Sometimes Allah changes a person's life in ways that are so quiet that the heart does not recognize it immediately. People often expect transformation to arrive with dramatic moments, instant success, or sudden miracles, but many of Allah's greatest blessings enter life silently. A person may slowly lose interest in harmful habits, begin feeling peace during prayer, or start distancing themselves from toxic environments without fully understanding why. These quiet shifts are signs that Allah is guiding the soul towards something better. The believer may think nothing important is happening, yet Allah is rebuilding their inner world step by step. Real change often begins deep inside the heart before it becomes visible in life. Many people become frustrated because they cannot see immediate results from their du'as. They ask Allah for guidance, healing, peace, or a new beginning, but their circumstances seem unchanged. What they fail to notice is that Allah may already be answering their prayers in hidden ways. Sometimes Allah first changes your mindset before changing your surroundings. He strengthens your patience before opening new doors. He teaches you lessons before granting you responsibilities. The transformation is gradual because lasting growth requires preparation. That has not learned patience may not appreciate blessings. A soul that has not experienced hardship may not recognize mercy. Allah's wisdom works beyond human understanding. There are moments in life when a person feels disconnected from everyone and everything around them. They may feel lost, confused, or emotionally exhausted. Yet those lonely moments can become the beginning of a spiritual awakening. Allah often removes distractions so the believer can hear the truth more clearly. Silence can become a form of mercy because it forces the heart to reflect. When worldly noise fades away, a person starts realizing how dependent they truly are upon Allah. That realization changes everything. The believer begins to seek comfort in prayer instead of people, in remembrance instead of temporary pleasures, and in trust instead of fear. One of the quietest ways Allah changes lives is through pain. Pain humbles the human being. It softens hearts that became hard due to pride or heedlessness. Many people only turn sincerely toward Allah after experiencing loss, disappointment, betrayal, or failure. During ease, people often become distracted by worldly comforts, but hardship reminds them of their weakness and dependence upon their Creator. Although pain feels heavy, it can become the reason someone reconnects with Allah after years of distance. The tears cried in private may become more valuable than years of empty actions performed without sincerity. Allah also changes lives through unexpected delays. Human beings become impatient when things do not happen according to their plans. They assume delays mean rejection, but sometimes delays are protection. Allah sees what the believer cannot see. He knows the future, the hidden dangers, the people who are not good for you, and the timing that will benefit your soul the most. A person may desperately want something immediately, but Allah delays it because they are not ready yet. Later, the believer realizes that the waiting period taught valuable lessons about trust, patience, gratitude, and emotional strength. What once felt like abandonment turns out to be divine care. There are also moments when Allah removes certain people from your life. At first, the separation feels painful and unfair. The heart struggles to understand why relationships ended, why friendships faded, or why loved ones changed. But sometimes Allah removes people because they were blocking your peace, weakening your faith, or distracting you from your purpose. The believer may cry over the loss while Allah is protecting them from future harm. Over time, the heart begins to heal and clarity slowly appears. It means believing that Allah remains in control even when circumstances feel unstable. Anyone can trust when life is smooth and predictable. But faith becomes powerful when the believer continues relying upon Allah during storms they do not understand. Uncertainty reveals the depth of a person's relationship with their Creator. It exposes whether the heart depends more upon worldly security or divine guidance. Many people experience uncertainty during major life transitions. They may lose a job, face family problems, experience heartbreak, or struggle with unanswered questions about the future. During these moments, anxiety grows because humans fear what they cannot predict. The mind constantly searches for reassurance, trying to control every possible outcome. But complete certainty belongs only to Allah. Human beings were never created to know everything. Part of faith is learning to move forward even when the full path is hidden. The story of many prophets teaches believers how to trust Allah during uncertainty. Prophet Ibrahim walked into the fire trusting Allah. Prophet Musa stood before the sea while danger approached from behind. Prophet Yusuf faced betrayal, imprisonment, and years of hardship before understanding Allah's greater plan. These stories remind believers that uncertainty does not mean Allah has abandoned them. Often the greatest miracles happen after moments of fear, confusion, and waiting. One reason uncertainty feels painful is because it attacks the illusion of control. Human beings often believe they are fully managing their lives through planning and effort. While effort is important, ultimate control always belongs to Allah. Uncertainty reminds people of their dependence upon Him. It teaches humility. It shifts the heart away from relying completely upon worldly systems and back toward trusting divine wisdom. That surrender can feel uncomfortable at first, but it eventually brings deep peace. Trusting Allah during uncertainty also requires letting go of excessive overthinking. Many people exhaust themselves trying to predict every outcome and solve every future problem before it happens. Their minds remain trapped in fear about possibilities that may never even occur. Islam teaches believers to make sincere effort while leaving the unseen future in Allah's hands. Constant worry cannot change destiny. But trust in Allah can calm the heart, even when situations remain unresolved. There are moments when believers feel lost because the path ahead seems unclear. They may wonder why Allah is not showing immediate answers. But sometimes Allah intentionally keeps certain details hidden because knowing everything would overwhelm the human heart. If people knew every hardship before it arrived, they might lose courage completely. Allah reveals life step by step according to what the believer can handle. The unknown future becomes manageable when the heart trusts the one who controls it. Another important lesson during uncertainty is learning that peace does not come from having all the answers. Many people believe they will finally feel calm once every problem is solved and every question is answered. But worldly life will always contain uncertainty. Real peace comes from knowing that regardless of what happens, Allah remains with the believer. Even painful situations become easier to carry when the heart believes there is divine wisdom behind them. Trusting Allah also means believing that closed doors are sometimes mercy. During uncertain periods, people often desperately chase outcomes they think are necessary for happiness. But Allah may redirect them towards something completely different. At first, the redirection feels disappointing. The believer may grieve opportunities that failed or relationships that ended. Yet later they realize Allah was guiding them away from harm and towards something healthier for their soul. Patience during uncertainty strengthens spiritual maturity.